finally say, enough. There has to be a better way. And so begins the hunt for answers, for support, for something different that will finally help you break free and move forward. You ask yourself, what do I really want? You begin to block out the noise and let go of what's been holding you back from fully living. And yes, I mean living the life you've been yearning for, not just for yourself, but for your family. You take back your power.
How do you manage it all? Work-life balance? Oh, please. I want to have kids, but will it damage my career? When is the right time? How can I find time for myself? I feel like I'm losing myself, juggling career and motherhood. If these questions resonate with you, you are in the right place. Being a working mother is hard. Yes, life is hard. But should it be this hard to have a career and be a great mom? No, it shouldn't. I get it. I've been there, Mama. I'm Unique Anthony, your host of the Rockstar Career Moms podcast, a former recruiter, associate director of career services, and frustrated working mother turned empowerment cultivator coach and advocate for working mothers. My struggles as a working mother ignited a passion within me to support moms like you. After years of surviving in frustration, I finally got to the root of my challenges and learned how to overcome them. Like you, I want to thrive in both my career and motherhood without sacrificing myself in the process. Both my professional experience in recruitment, staffing, and career development, and my personal experience as a working mother taught me how vital real support and effective support systems are. Working mothers need support. You need support, Mama. Now I'm using that expertise in everything I've learned and continue to learn to support you. Join me and my guests each week as we raise awareness, spark change, and build the support systems we need to thrive. Together, we'll create the working mom lives we not only want, but need and love for ourselves and our children. Working moms, it's your time to rock. Let's do this, rock stars.
What do you do when you've checked all the boxes, earned the degrees, built the career, created the family, and followed all the quote right steps that were supposed to set you up for success as a working mother? But instead of thriving, you find yourself stuck, overwhelmed, frustrated by the constant struggle of juggling career and motherhood. You often wonder, why doesn't the life you worked so hard to create feel fulfilling? If you've ever asked yourself, what now? This episode is for you. If what you just heard resonates, this podcast is for you. And I want you to know, I see you, I am you. As I've crafted each episode this season, guiding you on a rediscovery journey, I've been rediscovering myself too. And the more I understand myself, the more clearly I see you. The career-driven woman who did everything right, only to find themselves feeling lost in the conundrum of how to truly thrive as successful working mothers. It took me far too long to get here, but I'm so grateful for the journey. Grateful for the lessons I've learned, grateful for the tools I've uncovered and continue to unlock that are helping me finally walk the path my soul has been crying out for. And now I get to use all of that to support you, to help you identify and overcome your working mother frustrations, to guide you towards your empowered rockstar career mom era where you unapologetically show up as your full self and rock both career and motherhood your way. It's your time to shine, mama. It's your time to shine. Let's break free from what's been holding you back and consciously create the beautiful, bold, fulfilling life you were called to live. I'm so excited for you. Let's do this, rock stars. It's your time to shine so bright, radiating like the star you are. Hello there, rock stars. I am so fired up and excited to bring you this episode. Welcome back to the Rockstar Career Moms podcast. I'm your host, Yamik Anthony. How are you today? I hope you're feeling and that this podcast is helping you uncover and unlock what you need within yourself to finally overcome your working mother frustrations and move forward to create and live the working mom life you feel called to live. The working mom life that's been screaming from deep within your soul, longing to come to life and light. A life where you are not merely surviving in frustration, but thriving as an empowered rockstar career mom who consciously creates and lives the working mom life you not only want, but need and love. I'm so excited to bring you the final episode of our 3-part mini-series where we've been reflecting on the working mother's journey. Today, we're diving into the empowered working mom era, the ultimate goal and my hope for you that you create the working mom life you want, where you're thriving as a successful career mom without sacrificing yourself or what matters most. A life where you're equipped with the tools, strategies and processes to pivot and adjust as needed when plans shift, when unexpected events arise, and when life moves through different phases. So that when life knocks you down, like we know it does and will, right? You give yourself grace and get back up faster and take the lessons from each knockdown to help you become stronger. The empowered working mom era is the phase of your journey when you start to question things. You begin to think and feel there has to be a better way. And as you search for that better way, you start to rediscover yourself. You reclaim your power. You release what no longer serves you. And you take bold, aligned action to overcome the frustrations that have been holding you back. And consciously move forward toward the life your soul desires. Working moms, this is your time to rock. Stop settling and surviving in frustration. This is your time to shine as an empowered rockstar career mom who consciously creates and lives the life you absolutely love. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, get locked in and receive the nuggets you need from this episode. Let's do this, rock stars. Let's do this. Okay. All right, before we dive into the empowered working mom era, we will do a quick recap of the mini series. Okay. All right, so we launched this mini series with an episode that laid the foundation for everything that followed. An episode designed to get you mentally and emotionally locked in so you could fully receive the insights, breakthroughs, and aha moments waiting for you. In that episode, I encouraged and challenged you to take back your power and give yourself permission to finally have the breakthroughs you've been yearning for. We exposed the hidden blockers that may be holding you back from creating the working mom life you desire. Ones you may not even realize are running the show. I also gave some tough love in that episode, sharing some truths I had to call myself on because, yes, I've been there too. A few of those blockers included you need, are you ready? So, listen, A few of those blockers included: you need to become more obsessed with your life than with other people's. Next, you must protect yourself from yourself. Protect yourself from yourself, mama. You, next and final, you are the biggest obstacle standing between you and the working mom life your soul is crying out for. Whew. Okay, if you haven't listened yet, I highly encourage you to go back and tune into that episode. It may be the breakthrough moment you didn't even know you needed. Okay? The episode is titled How to Finally Create the Working Mom Life You Love Without Sacrificing or Losing Yourself. It truly sets the tone for the entire miniseries. It's probably my favorite episode yet. I listened to it again when preparing for this one, and it gave me chills. It is that powerful. I strongly feel it may be the catalyst for many career driven working mothers to finally identify and overcome their frustrations and start their breakthrough journeys to getting unstuck. Next, in part one of the mini series, we reflected on the beginning stages of the working mom journey, from the box checker era to the new working mom era. This is where you're navigating your transition into motherhood, trying to figure out how to balance, blend, juggle, and integrate your career, life, and new role as a mom. And let's be honest, this is often the era where overwhelm starts to creep in, right? I broke down the life dynamics that deeply impact this phase, especially for career driven moms who delayed motherhood to build a strong foundation rooted in what I call career moms' four S's. That's safety, security, stability, and success. But unfortunately, your expectations and your lived experiences as a working mom often don't align. And that gap can be deeply frustrating and confusing. This era includes four important phases. First, the preparation phase, or your la la land phase, as you get ready for motherhood, caught somewhere between dreams, fantasy, and even fear-based anticipation as you prepare to become a working mother. Next, the new phase. This sometimes messy transition and survival mode you enter as you try to navigate your new life. Next is your adjust phase, the moment you start to find your rhythm and gain confidence as a new working mom. Next, transition and growth phase, the fourth and final phase of the new working mom era. This is where high achieving, career driven women take the opportunity to continue pursuing their goals to build successful lives, but often they miss the invisible loads and identity shifts that come with major life transitions, growth, and expansions. This episode is a must listen for any working mom trying to make sense of it all and reflect on what this huge life transformation truly means. It's titled Stop Settling, Thrive Beyond Overwhelm as a Working Mom. This episode is a beautiful reflection tool that will help you look back at your own journey with compassion, clarity, and deeper self awareness. Many new working moms struggle in silence, carrying doubt, fear, even shame because they're having a hard time integrating and doing it all. You are not alone. And this episode helps make that clear and provide perspective to help you overcome the overwhelm and begin to empower yourself. Okay? All right. So, next in the mini series is the frustrated working mom era. The frustrated working mom era, the one I know far too well. This is where things got really tricky, sticky, and complicated for me. In this second phase of the mother's journey, you might find yourself stuck in survival mode, sacrificing yourself just to keep everything afloat. It can feel like you have no choice but to settle. And sadly, far too many working moms do. This episode was created to help you see yourself like never before, to step back, take a bird's eye view of your journey, and begin unlocking what's truly keeping you stuck. Because it's not just about identifying like the frustrations and the hard things. It's about rediscovering your power, reclaiming your voice, and reigniting your clarity and confidence. In this episode, we reflect on the next four phases of the working mom journey: growth, outrage, outrage and determined, and the fourth and final phase in the frustrated working mom era, and the eighth in the working mom's journey: survival and settle. Too many career driven working moms are stuck here, unknowingly surviving and settling in overwhelm and exhaustion, believing that's just the price we pay for having careers and being mothers. I know that story. Trust me, I know the story because I lived that story. And if life hadn't knocked me down just enough to pause and rediscover myself, I might still be there. Listen, man, I have to work really hard and fight daily to not be sucked back into the behaviors and mindset that I developed in my determination to succeed throughout my life. It's a daily conscious process of making and taking intentional choices that are in alignment with who I feel called to be and what I want. And it's the most badass, alive, and rockstar move you can take to unapologetically show up as you, doing life on your terms, choosing to turn your back on the beliefs, definitions, opinions, and standards that no longer serve you, and your mission to rock life your way. If this resonates, I invite you to listen with intention, take notes, journal, reflect, and please share this episode with the working moms in your life. So many of us are silently fighting, determined to succeed, yet stuck in survival mode. That episode is titled Break Free from Surviving. It's Time to Thrive as a Working Mom. It just might be the beginning of her journey to rediscovering the amazing, resilient woman she has always been. Please do share. All right. And now to today's main event, the empowered working mom era. This is the phase where you stop settling. You stop surviving in frustration. You stop making excuses. You stop waiting for things to change. You stop accepting less than what you know you're worth or what you truly want. Instead, you face the woman in the mirror and take full ownership of your life. You rediscover, or maybe discover for the very first time, who you truly are. You begin to block out the noise and let go of what's been holding you back from fully living. And yes, I mean living the life you've been yearning for, not just for yourself, but for your family. You take back your power. This has been the hardest phase of not just my working mom journey, but my life. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you, the place you arrive at on the other side of the struggle, it will blow your mind. It will blow your mind. So, as a successful career driven woman, you've already had major wins, right? And each one earned with hustle, grit, and heart, right? Here's the truth, okay? Listen in. So many of the dreams you chased The goals you hit, the mountains you've climbed weren't rooted in your truth. You were building a life based on what society, culture, even your own family told you success should look like. Do I need to repeat that? I'm going to repeat it. And I'm going to go back like a bit here to make sure you really get this. As a successful career driven woman, you've already hit major wins, each one earned with your blood, sweat, and tears, your hustle, your grit, your heart. You've worked out your, what did I say in Jamaica, work out your soul case, right? To be where you are, to be successful. However, many of the dreams you've chased, the goals you've hit, the mountains you've climbed weren't rooted in your truth. You were building a life based on what society, culture, even your family told you success should look like. Or maybe you've simply outgrown the beliefs, standards, and values that got you this far. But in the chaos of juggling work, motherhood, and everything in between, you haven't had the space to pause and notice. You're evolving. Yes, you're evolving. From the outside, it looks like you have it all. On paper, you're successful, but deep down, there's a void. You keep fixing surface level issues, solving external problems, only to find yourself stuck in the same cycle, asking, what now? It's time to get to the root of your frustration, mama. It's time to emancipate and empower yourself. Next, we will now reflect on the 4 phases of the empowered working mom era and the last 4 phases of the working mother's journey. First and ninth, reflection and hunt phase. So, this is the reflection and hunt phase. This phase begins after you've been running in go mode for way too long, trying to make it all work, determined to succeed. You fuel yourself with affirmations like, I won't give up. I can do hard things. If she's doing it, I can too. If she's doing it, I can too. In your determination to fix whatever obstacles get in your way, you push yourself to keep striving with more positive self talk, such as, you're a boss, you're a problem solver, you're solution oriented, you are an overcomer who consistently meets and exceeds her goals. Despite your determination and resilience, your efforts to fix your problems feel like temporary solutions. The frustration keeps resurfacing. Eventually, you reach a tipping point. You finally say, enough. There has to be a better way. And so begins the hunt for answers, for support, for something different that will finally help you break free and move forward. You ask yourself, what do I really want? What actually matters most to me? You start evaluating your life through a new lens, searching for a way to thrive in both your career and motherhood without sacrificing your well being or the people most precious to you. Next is the second and the 10th. So, the second phase in the empowered working mom era, and the 10th in the working mother's journey. It's the rediscovery phase. So, this is the rediscovery phase, your awakening and rebuilding phase. You start to understand yourself on a deeper level. You reclaim your power by acknowledging the role you've played in your working mom frustrations. Acknowledge it, mama, acknowledge it. And you begin the hard work of letting go of roles, routines, and even passions that once brought you joy but no longer serve who you are becoming. That's the hardest part. It's hard letting go of the life you worked so hard to build, because sometimes to step into the life you need, you have to release the one you have. Yes. You feel the calling deep in your soul for something more aligned with the woman you're evolving into. As you rediscover yourself, you begin to see what a true rock star you are and how much better your life becomes when you have real support and solid systems in place. Okay. And the third and 11th is the conscious phase. Now you're moving with intention. You're not just thinking about change, you're creating it. You show up with the attitude, mindset, and energy of the boss you are. You begin crafting a life you love. Your thoughts, habits, and routines start to shift. You feel the evolution happening. You're becoming the rock star career mom you were always meant to be. You build your village and get the support and the support systems you need. You believe fully that you can have it all without doing it all. It's like when I say praise Jesus, amen. Yes, you can have it all without doing it all. Believe it. You let go of outdated beliefs and definitions, low standards, and most of all, other people's expectations and opinions. Let them go. You stop trying to prove yourself. You stop shrinking to fit someone else's mold of what a working mother should be. Okay, the fourth and 12th. So, the fourth and final phase of the empowered working mom era, and the 12th and final of the working mother's journey. This is your level up moment. You've arrived at your next level. You are consciously creating and living the working mom life you love. You've stepped into your empowered working mom era, fully, boldly, unapologetically being the light and leader you feel called to be in this world. Now, your focus is on alignment and maintenance. You check in with yourself regularly to make sure that as life evolves, you're still choosing the hard that aligns with who you are and what you want. You use tools, systems, and strategies to help you stay grounded and in alignment. You work in a career that lights you up, and you're compensated accordingly. And yes, you get to show up as the mother you want and need to be. Let's be real. Society will try to guilt you, to make you feel selfish for doing this work. But here's the undeniable truth: when working mothers thrive, society thrives. When career driven mothers have the opportunity to show up fully in their gifts and use their talents, skills, experience, and the essence of who they are to contribute to our world, plus be the mothers they want and need to be for their children, the world becomes better for everyone. Can I have a mic drop? Okay. Our children are the future and they need their mothers now more than ever. And guess what? Mothers want and need to work. Oh, the conundrum of being a working mother. So, more than 160 years ago, William Ross said, "The hand that rocks the cradle is the hand that rules the world." These words illuminates how vital a mother is for children. Another quote changed everything for me in 2020 when I found myself overwhelmed and torn between juggling all the things. And it's by Mother Teresa. If you want to change the world, go home and love your family. That hit me hard because it reinforced that I needed to stop spreading myself so thin, trying to save and pour into everyone and make sure that my family was first okay. I need to go home. Let me go back to this one because it is what I would say anchors me in those moments when I just felt so confused and torn. This Mother Teresa's quote really showed up for me. It says, if you want to change the world, go home and love your family. And I think for women or career driven women who want to thrive both in career and motherhood, it can be hard when you are trying to operate in a society that really doesn't support working mothers. Okay, so I hope those two help you on your journey. And so that quote hit me really hard because it really showed me up, like showed me up that okay, when I was hearing you're doing too much, or it showed me up to say, okay, you need to rediscover yourself. You need to realign. You need to check your priorities. And I'm not going to say it took a while for it to really sink in. It wasn't until in 2021 it finally sank in that it begins with me. I needed to pause, step back, and rediscover myself all over again. Mama, you are the most important person in your family. When you thrive, you're able to show up as your best self for everyone you love, support, and serve at home and at work, personally and professionally. You are the key to breaking through whatever has been holding you back. Okay? You are the key. So trust that. Trust yourself. And yes, that's a hard truth. However, it's also an empowering one. Because while there's a lot we can't control, when we focus on what we can, that's where the clarity comes in and the magic happens. Clarity leads to growth and freedom. That's why season 1 of this podcast is dedicated to helping you rediscover yourself like never before. Invest your time and energy in yourself. Dig deep and discover who you are and what you want in this season of your life. Because on the other side of this journey, woo, there is beauty, there is peace, there is joy. And mama, you deserve it all. You deserve it all. So hang in there and get to the other side of this journey. As we close this episode and the third episode of the miniseries reflecting on the working mother's journey, I want to encourage you to keep fighting for the life you feel called to live. We only get one shot at this thing called life, right? So live, live. Like, oh my goodness, this series has been so life giving. This podcast has blessed me beyond anything I could have imagined. And I know it will bless and transform the lives of so many women and their families too. So, congratulations on taking the time and making the time to show up for yourself. I know how hard it is to juggle all the things as a busy working mom and find time for yourself to do work on yourself. Okay? So, whether this is your first episode or you've listened to every single one, I'm proud of you. So, be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself. It's not easy to go against the grain, to question the script, the norm, to redefine success, balance, and motherhood on your terms. Yes, that's what we're doing here. And that's what I encourage you to do. As you go through this, you may have to redefine success, balance, and motherhood on your terms. Despite the doubts, the fear, even without all the answers, you're choosing to leap, to jump, to go after the life you feel called to live. That is the embodiment of bravery and courage. That is the heart of an empowered woman. But hear me when I say this. It takes time. So give yourself grace along the journey. And please enjoy this journey. This is your life. You get one chance. There's no dress rehearsal, no do overs, right? And you get to declare and decide right now how you move forward. You get to. The beautiful thing about waking up each morning is that we're given another chance each day, a chance to take the lessons we've learned and consciously move forward in our quest to live our best lives with the time we've been given. Okay, so a call to action for you as we end this episode. Listen to the series again. You can listen to the whole podcast series or the mini series. Like, this is here for you as a tool, as a resource. So listen as many times as you need to. Okay. And take notes. Journal on anything that sparks something deep within you. Or if it's just a small spark, uncover it. Take the time to write and allow yourself to uncover what that is about. Okay? And ask yourself, what do I want now in this phase of my working mom life? In this phase of my life, think about how you want your days, your weeks, and your months to feel as you blend, balance, juggle, and integrate career, life, and motherhood. I am so eternally grateful to be on this journey with you. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me on this wild and beautiful ride. Let's continue to pursue the lives we feel called to live. And I'll see you in the next episode where we'll talk about the blind spots we need to look out for as high achieving, career driven working mothers. Listen, we are facing the woman in the mirror, gaining awareness of who she is, taking responsibility for our junk, and making the changes we know we need. That's what it means to be an emancipated, empowered rock star. I can't wait to meet you here for the next episode. May this podcast give you exactly what you need to build the working mom life you've been yearning for. I understand that longing, that undescribable feeling of wanting something different, wanting something more, of feeling like you did all the right things, checked all the boxes, and could be successful, have it all, right? Right? Quote unquote, like have it all, feeling a void or a bit of discontent or unhappiness, wondering why. And after fixing all the things, feeling stuck, not sure of what to fix or what to do next. Okay? Because you've been looking externally or just fixing surface level things. So I encourage you to take this time to get to know and understand yourself like never before. All right? Enjoy the journey. I'm so excited for you. I'm so proud of you. Keep doing your thing, mama. You are amazing. Much love and enough respect. Unique. Until next time.
Visit rockstarcareermoms.com for working mom resources, show notes, and our free Working Moms Balance Guide to help you kickstart your journey. Please subscribe, rate, and review the podcast wherever you listen, and share it with the working moms in your life. Working mothers need support. It takes a village. Together, we'll rock it.